Whew. I'm sweating, but this is good. Hello and welcome back to Tracie Takes On. And you guys, we're gonna do the cocktails again, guys. I got you covered just in time for Thanksgiving. So we got a couple of days, maybe a week or so until Thanksgiving. And so we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we got your cocktails ready to go. So today we got a nice little treat for you. We are going to use the one and the only, let me reach over here and grab it. Yes, sweet potatoes, y'all. I know, hold on, before you click off, come in a little bit closer. Sweet potatoes, yes, that is what we're going to use. Hear me out, guys. I mean, it is a really, really, really good treat. And I know a lot of people are probably looking at me like I'm really crazy when I say this, but just watch this video and I'm going to blow your mind with what we do with sweet potatoes. So what we're going to do to get started is I use half of a sweet potato and I cut it up and then I boiled it with water and a little bit of sugar. And so what I got here is just small cubes of it that I had cut up and it's cooked. So we cooked it down till it was nice and tender. So what we're going to do now is puree it. So I left some of the juice from the boiling water and we're going to use our little Ninja cup, our small one, and we're going to go ahead and put our sweet potatoes in. Uh-oh, and I'm making a mess. Let me see. What's the best way to do this? We're going to scoop them in. And I might leave one of them off for garnish. So we'll see. Yeah, let's leave two because we won't need that much. And then we're just going to pour. And I'm making a mess, guys. And one thing I told y'all about, when you make a mess, make sure you clean it up. So we're going to wipe that off and keep it moving. So we have our sweet potato juice and our sweet potatoes in our glass. And now we're going to move our, because these are our liqueurs, honey, that we will be using. And I'm going to have y'all cracking up with what I got. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and put this on the blender. Seal it tight. So we got some liquids in there, so we're good. Get that on there really good. Turn our blender on. Okay, so I went ahead and pureed everything. And so what you want the consistency to look like is definitely like baby food almost. Yeah, it sounds a little icky right now, but it's going to taste delicious. Trust me on this, okay? So we want to make sure that we have just a real smooth consistency. And that's what we're wanting. And so it smells like sweet potatoes for sure. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with our cocktail. So, of course, we're going to get our shaker. And we are going to fill it up with ice. Got our ice halfway. And so, honey, since it's Thanksgiving, I thought it was only right that we use a little wild turkey, honey. And for those that know what wild turkey is, good for you. It's hilarious. I just thought it's Thanksgiving. Why not wild turkey, right? Let's use a little bit of it. And what it is a bourbon and whiskey blend. And this is just wild turkey 101, honey. So I guess this is a grade up from the regular. So if you guys want to give it a try, I probably will never drink this again outside of making this cocktail. But I thought Thanksgiving turkey, why not use a little wild turkey? So what we're going to do is use the lid of our shaker, which is about a shot and a half, I'll say. But we're going to do one shot of wild turkey. You know what? It's the holidays, honey. Let's put a little the rest of it in there. So we do a shot and a half of wild turkey. So we have our wild turkey to the side. Go ahead and put that lid on. And baby, I wish I had smell-o-vision that you could smell this. This wild turkey ain't no joke. So now we're going to hit it with the Bailey's Irish Cream. And so that's what's going to really pull our drink together. So we're going to use about a shot and a half of our Bailey's Irish Cream as well. So we're going to use our, you know what, I'm just going to give it a little, probably, so we'll say about a shot and a half of our Bailey's creamer. So we're going to put that to the side. And then we're going to come with about a tablespoon of our pureed sweet potato. So we're going to drop that in our mixture. We are going to hit it with a little vanilla. So honey, vanilla extract, not vanilla cream. And let me tell y'all, you know, you can, with the sweet potatoes, I did put it on the stove and bake mine. Or I should say boiled mine. But you can bake it and then puree it however you want to do it. You can use the frozen ones. But I'm from the South, so honey, we use everything from the real deal. So I don't use no frozen sweet potatoes. So we definitely don't use no flavored vanilla. We always use pure extract vanilla when we baking our cakes and pies. So we're going to go ahead and put a splash of our vanilla extract into our cocktail. Little dab of cinnamon. Alright. Little dab of nutmeg. And you know what? I just got right into it. I didn't even tell y'all the name of this. It's called sweet potato pie. And so we're going to go ahead and get everything rocking and rolling. And get the shaking, baby. Shake it good. Shake it fast. And I can feel this shaker getting cold. We are ready to pour. So we got our beautiful, lovely martini glass. And we're just going to go ahead and pour it. Now, I put these martini glasses, or my martini glass, in the refrigerator to get it cold. So it's cold. And now, honey, we are pouring our lovely, delicious, scrumptious sweet potato pie, honey, cocktail. And y'all, it smells so good. I cannot wait to taste it. So we're going to put that to the side, our shaker. Clean my hands off. And then we are going to give her a little sprinkle with some cinnamon again at the top. And you know, I told you we'll have to garnish with a little sweet potato. I didn't bring my knife, so we're going to use this here. And let me do it this way. No, I liked it that way. On our glass. And there we have it, guys. We have our very own sweet potato pie cocktail. Now, I did all that talking. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, this it, y'all. This it. This is it. If you want, I will say, if you want an even more of a sweet potato taste, you can add more sweet potato puree to it. But I didn't want too much of that to overpower it. But y'all, the Baileys and that wild Irish turkey, or not wild Irish, excuse me, that I must say, the one sip has done this to me. That wild turkey is strong. You can probably cut that down a little bit if you don't want anything too heavy or too strong. But y'all, this is just right for me. You taste the cinnamon, you taste the nutmeg. It tastes like a pie. This is it, y'all. This is it. And again, like I said, if you want more of that sweet potato taste, add more of your sweet potato puree. And you can just add it to your shaker and just shake it up. And it'll really give you that sweet potato taste. Y'all, it's delicious. It's good. I love it. If you want it to be a little bit more sweet, you can even add some maple syrup or honey either to the shaker or to your sweet potatoes when you're cooking them. I just made put a little sugar on top of mine and boiled them. And when they got done, closer to, I sprinkled a little bit more sugar. So that really brought out the sweetness of the sweet potato. Y'all, this is so good. It is delicious. It's actually good enough, I think it would taste good hot too. So there we have it. Our first cocktail is our sweet potato pie. And let's move on to our next one. Alright guys, so we are ready to get started with our next cocktail, and I'm excited about this one too. Yes, we are still using sweet potatoes this time, and we're going to use the rest of our puree. So this next cocktail is called Sweet Potato Treat, and it is a treat indeed. It is a little bit more on the stronger end. So I think, you know, if you want something a little bit more heavy, a little more spice, honey, you're going to like this sweet potato treat. So let's go ahead and get started with our sweet potato treat. So we're going to, of course, start off with our strainer. Our cocktail shaker. Our strainer is on the end of this, but our cocktail shaker. So we're going to go ahead and fill it with ice. Go ahead and have our beautiful, it's called a coupe glass. It reminds me of like the 1930s, 1920s, or 40s, whatever one of them, y'all, when they drink champagne and things like this. But this can also be used for other cocktails as well. So we've already used our martini glass. Now we're going to use our coupe glass. I love these. I just got them and I'm so excited to use them. So let's go ahead and get started, honey. And I'm going to make sure I grab my plate because we are going to also rim our glass. So we have our lovely glass ready. We have our shaker, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our puree. So let's just go ahead and put about a tablespoon and a half. No, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of our sweet potato. Of course, if you want more of a sweet potato taste, you can use more, but you got to make sure that you shake your shaker very well because, of course, we got it down to a very fine, smooth consistency, but it still gets thick when it gets cold. So you want to make sure you shake it and have enough liquids within your shaker to make sure that you get all of that puree blended in. So we are going to go ahead and use our cocktails, or our alcohol beverage, I should say, of choice, which will be Crown Vanilla. We are going to put about a half a shot, I should say, because we're going to also use a little bit of our wild turkey. So we're going to put a half a shot of our Crown Vanilla into our shaker. Let's go ahead and close that up and put it to the side. That's our Crown Vanilla. And honey, we're going to come with our gobble gobble wild turkey. So we're going to use a half a shot of wild turkey. Now y'all don't get too crazy with this wild turkey. It'll make you wild. So y'all, this is what is so funny about this, because we always joked about wild turkey, and I know people are going to laugh when they see this, but like I said, for the occasion, we got to use wild turkey, honey. So it's a whiskey, again, it's a whiskey and bourbon blend, so I don't feel bad about mixing it with the Crown because it's a whiskey. We're also going to come behind it with our organic, or you can just use regular maple syrup. And we're going to use a half a shot, or I want to say maybe a teaspoon of maple syrup. And we're going to follow it with a splash of lemon juice. So we're going to give it a little splash. And we are going to put our lid on, put our other lid on, put it to the side for now. And we're going to use a paper towel that's folded. I'm going to move this to the side so you guys can see. Paper towel that's folded. And we're going to put it on top of a saucer. And it might be a little wasteful for people, but this is the way I do it because it's just easier to work with and throw away and clean up, and I'm not tripping about lemon juice. So we're going to put our lemon juice on our napkin, and then we are going to use it to rim our glass. But we're not just going to do any kind of rim. We are going to have our lemon juice to the side, so that's already on there. We're going to take our ground cinnamon, put a little bit of that. We're going to take our ginger, a little bit of that. And And we're going to take a little bit of nutmeg. And we're going to put that on our saucer. And then we are going to roll our rim in this mixture. And this is going to go on the rim again of our coupe glass. And I hope I'm not saying it wrong, but that's how I pronounce it. So y'all let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below. So we have rimmed our glass beautifully. We have everything on here, and we're ready to go ahead and get to shaking, honey. So we are going to shake our mixture good. Shake it good, y'all. Want that puree mixed really well. All right. So we are blended good. And we are going to go ahead and pour our sweet potato treat, honey, into our beautifully rimmed glass. And y'all, the color, the aroma, it's just fall, it's Thanksgiving, it's sweet potato pie. It just, you have the spices from the rim that I created and put around the glass. And then you have this beautiful color, this beautiful sweet potato color. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm talking too much. Let's see what this tastes like. Now, I thought I did something with that sweet potato pie. If you like that creamy, succulent, just savory taste, that's great. But this is my drink for Thanksgiving. Everybody getting this. This is it. I'm making this for Thanksgiving. I don't want to hear that. This is going to be my signature drink for my gathering for Thanksgiving. Y'all, this is amazing. You have the taste of the sweet potato, the maple syrup. You have the crown vanilla. You have the wild turkey. You do taste a little bit of that, the bite from that. You have the lemon, the tartness from the lemon. It's just good. It's smooth. That's what I like about it. It's smooth. You know, it don't pack a punch. So it's just right. Love it. Let's see. Let's taste some more. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Like, I was going to put like a little sprinkle of the cinnamon and stuff on it. You have enough of that around the rim. So you don't even need to put anything else on it. It's amazing, y'all. This is it. This is my signature drink for Thanksgiving. I don't know about y'all. But honey, the sweet potato treat will be Tracie Takes On signature cocktail for Thanksgiving. So my guests, y'all get ready. This is what y'all going to be sipping on as the signature drink. If you don't like it, bring you something else. But this is good, y'all. People would, who would have thought sweet potatoes in a cocktail would be so good? It's amazing. Let's move on to our next drink. Alright, y'all, so we are moving on to our next. This is our third cocktail. And I call this one the Honey Cranberry Whiskey Sour. So if you watch any of my other videos, you know I'm a fan of whiskey sours. And I actually have become a new fan of using Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey. And so I decided to, let's try it with our very own cranberries and see how lovely and wonderful those turn out. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. We have our Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. And we have our shaker. We have our glass that we're going to use as well. I put it in the refrigerator so it is chilled. But we're going to use ice, of course. Cranberry juice. And our famous lemon juice. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and put our ice into our shaker. And with these, I like it to go kind of a little bit more than half full. And so we're going to go ahead and follow it with our Jack Daniel's, honey. So let's go ahead and pour up. Pour it up, pour it up. So we're going to do a shot and a half of our Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Up wrong. Top. Don't let that let me find out that sweet potato treat. It got me a little. I know I'm a little warm. I'm looking like a lumberjack, but you know it's fall, so plan is in. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put our cranberry juice, and I like to use the 100% juice, y'all. Some people like the cocktail. That's fine. That's what it's made for, to make cocktails, but I prefer the 100%. It's just a different taste. It's much fresher. I just love it. So we are going to use, let's see, about I'd say a shot and under a half of our cranberry juice, followed by our lemon juice, and we're going to do a splash of it. Okay, want a little extra tart and sour? You can add more lemon juice into it. You can even use lime juice, but I prefer lemon when I'm making my whiskey sours. Any type of whiskey sours, the original recipe or any of them that I put a twist to. So we're going to go ahead and put our lid on. Make sure it's on good. And baby, we're going to give her a shake. We got to shake this thing up, y'all. Let it know you mean business. Let it know you mean business. So we have shaken it up. And we have also, I like to serve this over ice too. I'm going to put a little bit in here. And y'all, I got a little treat for you. I put some fresh cranberries in the freezer. I have some for my garnish, but I also have some that I chilled. And I should have probably loosened them up a little bit. So if you like something to kind of float in your drink, you could put those in here too. If you don't want to put ice, you can just use all cranberries and let it float around if you like to do that. So we're going to do, I didn't loosen them up. So be sure that you loosen them up a little bit. You can even put sugar on them. That'll make them also be a little bit easier to maneuver, get them out of the glass. So we're going to put this to the side because we are going to use that in a few minutes. And let's go ahead and pour our drink. Y'all, that beautiful cranberry color. I love it. Look at this. And we got the cranberries floating. I'm going to show y'all if y'all can see them. They're floating in the glass. It's such a beautiful festive drink. And of course, cranberry sauce, Thanksgiving. I just love cranberry. I can drink cranberry juice, and I do literally all year round. And I like to use it for cocktails. It's just a common mix, I should say a common chaser for your cocktails. So we decided to give it a twist with this honey cranberry whiskey sour. So let's go ahead and garnish it too. And if you notice, I just used some regular toothpicks. These are actually 2 toothpicks put together, and I put some cranberries on and put them in the freezer. And you can make it look all lovely and let it float on top of your glass like this, or you can put it in your glass. And again, it's cold, so it'll keep it cool as well. We also, if you have a smaller glass, you can just use 1 toothpick. But I did want to show you a trick. If you find yourself with something that's a little bit shorter, you want to make it longer to lay across your glass like this, all you got to do is just get your 2 toothpicks, put your cranberries through them, 1 of them, and then you get your second one, get you 1 cranberry on the end of that one, and just stick it through. So both of them will go through each one, and then you have a longer garnish for your glass. And so there we have it, guys. Just like that. Lovely. What is it called, y'all? Honey cranberry whiskey sour. So let's give it a taste. Y'all, Jack Daniel honey can't do me wrong no more. This is fire. This is amazing. All right, now that sweet potato treat got a runner up. This one might be served too for those that don't want any of the sweet potato. I'll give you this. This is so good. It's refreshing. And it's kind of scary because it's just so smooth that it doesn't taste like you're drinking anything. And if you're really thirsty, I can see people going through these. It's delicious. It's so refreshing, y'all. It's so smooth. And like I said, it doesn't take a lot. You still have that little fun, festive adult beverage, but it's not like a heavy, hard punch of alcohol. It's so smooth. I think if you're not much of a drinker, and I had a lot of people kind of reach out to me and say, hey, you know, I don't really drink a lot. But watching your videos makes me want to try some of these out. If you were to try anything, this would be the one I would think you would like, because it's, like I said, it's very light. It's not heavy. It's not anything that's just like, it doesn't taste like alcohol. So you have that nice honey taste, but you have the cranberry, the tartness of the cranberry and lemon, and it just blends perfectly together. Y'all, I will recommend putting your ice in it. From being from the South, honey, if you don't serve us any kind of beverage without ice, that's like an insult. You have to give us ice in all of our beverages, honey. So I guess maybe that's why I prefer it with ice. If you do decide to try it without ice, let me know how that turns out. But I'm an ice girl. I guess it's from me being from the South. I have to have ice in all my drinks. But this is delicious, y'all, over ice. It's so smooth. It's kind of scary. I'm already running it down. See, I'm almost halfway through. This is so good. So we are going to go ahead and move on to our next drink, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are back with our final drink of the day. You guys, it's time to go ahead and get this thing started. We are going to make a drink I call bubbly cranberry. And it is one of my favorite things to make. I love when you want to feel fancy, honey. You want you a cute little drink. This is the one to go for. So we are going to start off with of course, our Prosecco, honey. I am the Prosecco mommy. I claim that name. I love this particular sparkling wine, y'all, and I'm going to use it today to make our bubbly cranberry. So to get started, what you need is Prosecco, your vodka of choice. I'm using Grey Goose, and cranberry juice. Very simple. So let's go ahead and get started with our Prosecco. So I have already opened this, y'all. I drink it when I'm having a little rough day and I want to feel fancy, a little pick-me-up. So I'm almost finished with this. It takes me a little while to drink because I don't drink throughout the week pretty much. But what we're going to do is pour half a glass of our fluid, or a little bit under half a glass. You know what? Let's be festive and take this on out. Half a glass of Prosecco we're going to pour in here, followed by our cranberry juice. And we're going to use our little shot cup, or the lid of our shaker, to measure this out. So we're going to use, per se, a full shot of cranberry juice to top it off, because we don't want to water it down, honey. We want it to still taste good. And we want to use half a shot of vodka. And we're going to pour that in there. And honey, let's get this part started. So, like I made our garnishments, you can use this to stir it up. You can either leave it in there like that and allow it to float to the top, or you can have your shorter one and lay it across the top like that to give it a nice little look as well. It's whatever you prefer to do. I like it across the top, and I also like the one inside of my drink too, because again, if you freeze these, it keeps your drink cold and it floats. It's really cute. So let's say cheers, honey, to Thanksgiving. I mean, you can't go wrong with Prosecco, in my opinion. A little splash of vodka, a little splash of cranberry juice, and you have got one festive cocktail. It's so simple. You don't need a shaker. You can just pour it in the glass, stir it up a little bit with your garnish, let it float in there, honey, and everyone has a great time. This is like my favorite little cocktail to make for Thanksgiving, and I just absolutely love it. Well, that pretty much concludes our cocktails for the fall, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making these for you. I hope to hear about you guys using these recipes to make some nice cocktails for Thanksgiving. I'm trying to get this out so that you'll have it before Thanksgiving, so you can get all your ingredients and go ahead and just wow your guests, honey, with your cocktails. They're very simple, very easy to make, and fun, and most importantly, they're unique and different with, you know, the Tracie Takes On twist to them. So with that being said, if I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time with your family and friends. And if you are not get a chance to spend time with your family and friends, I hope that you get to talk to someone that lets you know that they love and care for you. So with that being said, I want to remind you to be good to yourself and always, always, always be kind to others. And I'll see y'all later. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Cheers, baby. Bye, guys. I wonder are my subscribers gonna make this. Oh yeah, if you haven't subscribed, honey, what are you waiting for? Hit that button. It's right over here. What are you waiting on? We have fun over here on Tracie Takes On. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.